Welcome to today's math lesson, Thursday, March 26th. If you've not taken your math checkpoint on Socrative yet, go ahead and pause this video and go back to virtual day 7 on Google Classroom. It'll have the link to get to Socrative and all of the teachers' classroom names for you to take that checkpoint. That checkpoint is going to be on multiplying decimals. We want you to do that first because today we are moving on to dividing decimals. So let's look at our I can for today. Mathematicians can explain the patterns in the placement of the decimal point when a decimal is divided by a power of 10. So the things I really want to highlight for you guys is one of our focuses is going to be explaining the patterns. Today, while you're working, I want you to see what things are happening over and over again. And we're also only going to be using certain numbers today. So today we're going to be dividing by powers of 10. So what does that mean? When I'm talking about a power of 10 today, we're talking about 1, 1/10, and 1/100th. So let's get started with launching our learning. If I had 3 wholes and I wanted to divide them by 1, think of it like 3 pieces of candy that you want to divide between one person, that one person is going to get all the candy. There's no one else to share it with. So the answer would be 3. Anytime you divide a number by 1, the answer is going to be that number. But what if our number that we're dividing by changed and got smaller? What if instead of 1, it was 1/10? So I have my 3 wholes again, but now I want to divide them into groups of 1/10. We can think of it kind of like this. We've already did some division like this, where we take 3 things and we divide them into groups of 1/10. It looks a little bit something like this. Remember 1/10 written as a decimal and 1/10 written as a fraction, they're the same thing, they're equivalent. So here I took the 3 things and I divided them into 1/10. Well, how many 1/10s do I have? Each whole is 10, I have 20, 30. So 3 divided by 1/10 would be 30. What if I divided by something even smaller? I've got these 3 wholes again, but now instead of dividing them into 1/10, I'm going to divide them into 1/100ths. If we looked at it as a fraction, it would look something like this. So if I took this and I divided it into 100 pieces, this one in 100, this one into 100 pieces, it would look something like that. So if I took 3 things and I divided them by 100th, then my answer would be 300. So 3 divided by 1 is 3. 3 divided by 1/10 is 30. And 3 divided by 100th is 300. Maybe you're already seeing a pattern. Today, while you're working, you're going to go through 4 more scenarios and divide by 1, 1/10, and 100th. And while you're dividing, I want you to see what pattern is happening each time. And that will be the last question on your worksheet today, is to write about that pattern that you're seeing. So I look forward to going into this adventure of dividing with decimals with you. This is just day 1. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a live math lesson on Zoom at 10:30, where we're going to take this idea of dividing with decimals a little bit deeper. And so I hope you can join me for that. You guys have a wonderful day solving your math, and hopefully I'll see your beautiful smiling faces tomorrow.